When they start working in public bars, they're exposed to drug addiction and all that. So let's join Mr. Paul Adhoch, all the way from Mombasa County in Kenya, as he talks with us on how Africans can come together and fight human trafficking. I'll be back.
I would like to know your name and where you're from.
My name is Paul Adhoch. I work for Trafficking Kenya, Mombasa, Kenya.
Okay. We're looking at human trafficking vis-a-vis as it affects Africa. What will be your word?
Human trafficking exists in Africa, and it is in practically every country in Africa. Though it affects some countries a little more than others, and affects some gender more than others. In Africa, particularly the trafficking of women for modernized slavery, of commercial sex work in Europe, and domestic servitude in the Middle East is very, very prevalent right now.
Okay. So way back to Kenya, how has the situation been? What's the story so far?
In Kenya, it's similar to just what I'm saying. Women particularly are trafficked to the Middle East for domestic servitude. Children are trafficked to the coastal Kenya for commercial sex work. And so we also do have children that are trafficked into work as domestic workers in households. This ordinarily is hidden within the cultural phenomena where children come and support their families in taking care of other children. However, this essentially is trafficking. That's the current situation in Kenya.
Is it as a result of poverty all over Africa that's making the rise for human trafficking, or just that some people just like to experiment other countries and seek for greener pastures?
The bottom line is that a lot of people use poverty as a reason for finally getting trafficked. However, there are other factors, like I just mentioned earlier, cultural factors, which allow a female to go and work in other households of relatives, essentially to take care of children and stuff, but they end up being trafficked. The other things are bordered on missed opportunities, particularly in education. So when an individual lacks education, they are therefore ignorant of the laws and rules that protect them, even when they go out into labor, into work and workforce. So they end up being victims of human trafficking because they're exploited and their rights are ignored, and they therefore are victims of the same. So besides poverty, there's ignorance and the cultural background of persons as I've just mentioned.
So what's the way forward for Africa?
I've said it over and over as an organization, and we practice. One is awareness. We must be able to know what is trafficking and desegregate that from what else is. Anything that infringes on your right for direct growth as a child into education and finally into employment is trafficking. For adults, any employment situation that takes away your rights, your privileges as an employee and your income is trafficking, and therefore we need to know that. So basically that's those two: awareness, and education for children.
So what do we say to the victims themselves being trafficked, knowingly or unknowingly? What's your word for them finally?
Any victim of human trafficking or child trafficking should essentially seek a way first to get themselves off the trafficking area by getting